Guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are seeing me for the first time, my name is Kashmir or Sunday, whichever one you choose to call me. Okay, nice to meet you in advance. Period. So guys, today we are going to be talking about Sweden. If you want to move to Sweden, the things you need to know before you move to Sweden. Basically, when I moved to Sweden, I don't know anything about Sweden. In fact, it is a last minute decision when I decided to divert to where I was supposed to go to come to Sweden because of the things I've read about them. So I decided to come to Sweden. I have been living in Sweden for the past 5 years. Right now, I have a family, married with kids. So I just decided, let me get to tell you people all the things you need to know before you move to Sweden, or if you are planning to move to Sweden. So I'm going to be telling you everything you need to put down. You need to really know about these things before you are coming. Period. So let's get into it, guys. Meanwhile, if you are seeing me for the first time, I don't know if I've introduced myself before, but if I haven't, let me do the introduction for the first time. My name is Kashmir. I am from Nigeria, based in Sweden. Yeah. So if you are seeing my YouTube for the first time, please try to subscribe. It's even when you subscribe that YouTube are going to be recommending our videos to other people. Subscribe, comment, please, and like and share to your family and friends that want to know all these things we are sharing on YouTube. Thank you. So let's get into it. Look, I don't want this video to be too long. The first thing we are going to be talking about is visa. Okay, so there is different types of visa depending on the one you want to come with. When I came with holidays visa. I came with holidays visa. So the thing is that with the company that offer me a holidays visa, their company was going for a vacation to Portugal. So they added me, and boom, I'm here. Okay, so that is how I don't know anything about it. In fact, it was a last minute decision when I get to Italy to transit to going to Portugal. I decided, since I've read about Sweden, and I've joined them on Facebook and all those stuff. So I decided, okay, let me just come to Sweden, and here I am in Sweden for the past 5 years. So I'm going to be sharing my experience, the things you need to know before you come to Sweden. So first we are talking about the visa. That if you want to come to Sweden, the visas I know that you can come to is Sweden is that you can come with working visa, you can come with student visa. Student visa is, I can say, is more preferable to me because you can apply for a master degree if you have a university degree in your home country already. But I'm going to make a separate video concerning that particular student visa because it's a whole lot of process on its own. So if I am going to add it, it's just going to occupy my space of what I want to talk about today. So we'll make a different video about that. If you want to hear more about student visa and how you can apply, and how you can apply this year, because the last year one is already done, we are just waiting for the result, but this year one is going to start soon. So if you want to know more about it and how you can apply, you can comment on my comment section. But meanwhile, let's just go into the reason for the people that have already gotten a visa and then want to come to Sweden to live or to do anything, for vacation. You can get a visa for vacation, Schengen visa just for visiting. I think that's also a vacation, invitation visa, working visa, and school visa. Okay, these are the things. And another second thing I want to advise is that before you go to any country, it's not even that is in Sweden. Before you go to any country, be it Sweden, be it UK, America, any country of the choice that you want to go, there is this group in Facebook. They have, you can join any group in Facebook. If, like now, if you want to come to Sweden, for instance, you go to Facebook and look for Sweden immigrant or moving to Sweden group, or whatever thing that you want to join in Sweden. You want whichever place you want to go, just go to your Facebook search, type that country you are going to, so look for a particular group there to join, because there you can get a lot of information. Just like if you apply for Sweden, also give a scholarship, you can apply for you can look for SI scholarship group in Facebook. All those things are the information you need is in Facebook these days. So you need to join one particular, you need to join in fact a lot to be able to get a lot of information. And meanwhile, have it in mind that it's not every information you get in internet that you work with. Is the internet is there to give you a little guideline of what you are looking for. By the time you now get it, you will now have to remove the ones you want to remove. And I'm going to remove the one that Facebook have given you, or whichever Google, whichever where you're searching it from, have given to you. Then you add your own, use your IQs. IQ. Use your IQ and just don't carry everything in, because you can go as much as the Facebook can give you a good information, it can also give you a bad one. So you don't have to pour your whole egg in one basket. Like, use everything all the information you have gotten, so you know the ones to choose and the one to leave. So the second thing we are going to be talking about is cost of living, guys. It's very expensive. See, cost of living in this country is very expensive. Let me just start from when I moved in, okay? Thank God that someone picked me and then we are living. And yes, it wasn't that easy, but luckily I met my husband. So got married, blah 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 blah. Chiki, chiki, chiki. Case closed. I didn't go through too much stress when it comes to accommodation, but accommodation is very important. You have to have it in mind. Like, if you are coming with just a loan, let me say you are alone and you plan to get accommodation, you have to budget at least $300 for accommodation, depending on where you are going to live. Like, if you are going to live in Stockholm, in the central city, at least $400, 450, $300, 350. Oh yeah, 350. Yeah. But if you want to live, because I also live in Stockholm, I have also live in a small city. The city I'm living at is preferable. It's not too high expensive when you come to accommodation. But just that the difference is also like this. There are two different cities. The cities, in fact, if you want to live in Sweden, let me just forget about the city thing. You have to budget at least $350 to $450. Can rent a particular one room for you. And meanwhile, you already know in abroad, outside, the house rent you pay is monthly, not yearly. Like, just like we pay from Africa, we just pay once we pay our yearly, you forget about your house rent for the rest of the year, but here you pay monthly, monthly, monthly. So it's expensive. So house, the light, I can say is not that high, something to worry you about, or the internet. The thing that worries you, that I can say that can worry you about, is just the rent and the feeding. In fact, everything now is expensive. In fact, the whole world now is complaining. So I don't think it's only Sweden, because I can remember when I came to Sweden, a lot of things is easy to buy. Even there's this particular milk that my son used to like to use. I buy that time you can carry one carton for 150 crowns. Is it about okay? I'm just checking this mic, because last time I was making a video, I don't know that my mic has switched off. I was talking. Only for me to find out that my mic is off. So I don't want that to happen to me again. I'll continue to check it. So that's just it. Okay. Another thing is the cost of living. You have to have it in mind to make a budget about it. If you are asking, what if you come to get a job? Yes, there is a job. There is a job for you to get. But another tip I'll have to give you for coming here, let's just call it number 3. In fact, the major thing you have to have in mind is that this country is not a English speaking country. So being that it's not an English speaking country, it's not easy to interact with people. So if you are planning to come to Sweden, you have already, let me say, because I know now this school section, many people have applied for masters all over the world. I can just advise you to, when you look, I will put on my description box, is that here or here, whichever way I'm going to put the app. Or if I couldn't put it up, but as you know, I'm a new YouTuber, so I'm still getting to know how to put things up like this. So if I wasn't able to put it up, I'm going to write the name in my description box. telling you those apps which you can download on your Google app. If you use Apple iPhone, you can see it on your Apple. If you use Google smart Android, you can check it on your Play Store. You can use it in your iPhone. You can download those things and use it and train yourself ahead. At least you know the basic of how to speak Swedish, because when I came here, it wasn't like that. Even now, I'm still on the language process. It's not easy when I'm not, I don't have kids. I just got married. My husband used to advise me, instead of you watching movie at home, why not just play the YouTube, watch the how to learn Swedish, you keep learning. I feel like he's disturbing me, because normal me, I don't like to learn anything language at all. Even I stayed in Lagos for 10 years or more than 10 years. I can't even boast of one particular, because I wasn't interested. Not even only that, self. If I know you and you're not an Igbo person, or like I'm not ready to learn anybody language. I thought I was doing good to myself. Little did I know, life will turn around. So don't be like me, okay? Don't be like me. You have to plan ahead. I have learned a lot. This video, I don't want to be too long, but everything I have in my mouth, I don't think it's all of them can enter in one video. So I'm just going to tap 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 and then keep moving. Okay. So you don't have to, let me say, you don't have to be like me, not just relying on your own self. When you get there, you cope. No, you know that you are not thinking about reading a book. If you are coming to study, you are not thinking about let's say working, waking up early morning, going to work. You just have to cool down, download the necessary thing you need to download, and just start learning your language. It's just that easy, just that easy to the thing is not complicated. You give, if you want it in your language, let's say if you're an Arab person, you want it in a particular language, you just put it. If you want it in English, you put it English to your Igbo or English to your Yoruba, or whichever one. It's very important. Download the training apps that can be teaching you at least how to say good morning, good night, all those little hello, bye, coming, all those small things that you can just say. And me also, I'm also learning. I'm still learning after 5 years. So you can imagine. So that's very good, because that's the one thing that can help you get a job ASAP. That can help you, especially if you're in these small cities. You can never, in fact, it's hard for you to, even when you think you are a doctor in your country or a lawyer or anything, and you are hoping maybe when you come to Sweden, you are going to get a good job, after your degree, bros, my brother, my sister, the way I call them. See, forget about it, because it's not going to happen. It depends on the kind of, let me say you are engineer, or maybe you are, even if you are engineer, you are still going to study that engineer again. You're not by your master. Or you are a doctor, you have to go through their school too. So most of our university in our home country, they don't work here. You have to go through their own school before you can, not that you are going to go the full university, but there's a particular course you are going to do for at least 2 years or 3 years before you can be able to work in any of their medical system. So training yourself to know how to speak the language before you even come into the language will give you the opportunity to get a good job. It will even make you, because now you don't have a complicated issue. Now you're not thinking about how to pay your rent, you're not thinking how to get a job like me. So you just have to focus on only learning the language because you want to travel. That will also make it fast for you than when you get here. It will be hard. You will not be motivated. I'm telling you, practice the language even before you enter the country. Okay. So the number 14, it's number 14 that we're going to be talking about is the people living in Sweden. People living in Sweden, well, coming from Nigeria, where we say hello, hi to everybody, like everybody is your friend, everybody is your brother and sister. Here, if you are, maybe you have traveled to other country, America, I don't know, I've not traveled all those places. I don't know how they relate there, because People, in fact, Sweden itself, if you ask anybody, they'll say that the Sweden is boring. There is no activity happening here. So if you make up your mind, if you have the mindset of saying, okay, hey, when I go there, I'll meet someone like when I was coming. You don't need this thing. When you come to that country, you will buy now. It's in abroad, you know. For us that is in Africa, I was dashing everything. Even my hairs, I was throwing like jack, 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 hoping that okay, yeah, I'm coming to. If I go there, and I'll buy another one. Is it not what I was told? So no, it doesn't work that way. Everything one you have to think about the money. In fact, the people living inside this country self is not easy. You cannot even talk to someone easily. They are very but they think these Swedish people are very shy in talking to you. And then when you enter a train that have an almost amount thousands of people, it would be very quiet. It's a very lovely country, don't get me wrong, but there is every country that also have a disadvantage also. So but their disadvantage and advantage is not that bad. But so that's the thing, that's what I'm telling you, that if you have the mentality of okay, there is no, here is very quiet, the people they don't talk to. In fact, I don't know if I should use the word not talking to people. Even with the black that lives here have even joined the we have even joined the character. Let's say it's, yes, we have even joined it, because like me that is always glued to my house, I cannot find anybody to go to there. If you want to judge me with that, you will judge me wrong, because it's not my fault. It's not easy to go out. The only way that we go out is first party. You go to party, okay, you go anywhere you hear that doing party, you better go, you know the person, go there and dance and enjoy. That is the only way you can see the meeting. So if you're type that want to have a white friend, so it's important for you to learn the language, so it can help you to be able to communicate or talk to them when you see them, because they are not type that talk to somebody, they can't talk to you first. So I don't know, it's in the movie that I see all those white people that is friendly. Maybe when I go to another country, maybe maybe I will get to experience that, but in Sweden here is very hard. So the another thing we'll talk about is their rules. Okay, their rules is their rules, they don't bend the rules here. When you are applying for anything, you apply it well. When you are asked to send a particular paper, go and look for that paper and send it. When you are asked to, so whatever process they are giving you to look for the thing, you should go do like that and look for it and send it to them, because any little mistake that you have made in application, in whatever thing you are doing, they are going to disqualify you, and that will be nice. That will not be nice. So you should just try and follow whatever everything they are telling you. That will make it easy for you, so you don't have to struggle too much. Yeah, that is it. So guys, that's all for today. If I've left something out, please try to comment on my comment section, so that you will tell me this is what I want to know about it. I really don't want to go through into the immigration or every other thing that's surrounding the Sweden. The only thing I wanted to talk about is just how to move, and the cost of living here, how you can live here, how you can interact with people. That's the only thing I wanted to talk about in this video. I don't want to go into many details, so that it will not complicate the video, and I will not make the video to be too long. So if you want to know more, you can comment on the comment section. Tell me this is what I want you to, please can you help me to check so thing. I can go and check the thing. If the thing is in my reach, or if I have people there, I can call them to do, please can you find out so thing for me. I send the information to you. That is all I can do to help you in whatever thing you are doing, to make sure that your moving is successful. It's not easy to move to a new country, so you have to prepare your mind, and don't go and be selling every property you have, or go and close your shop down because you want to move. It's difficult to move in a new country, I can tell you that. So you have something to fall into, to have something to go back to. Yeah. So guys, thank you for watching. I hope you love and share the video. Thank you. Let me show you.